Hello! My name's Gareth and welcome to Fat Pigeon Audio Reviews, where today I'm pretty sure you've already noticed I'm not in my lounge at home. This isn't my lounge. Unfortunately, oh my God, I wish this was my lounge. Today we've kindly been invited by Audio Lounge Leicester to have a quick listen to the Kef LS60 wireless speakers. Like I say, they've invited me over for a listening session. Now, they said to me, come on over, we'll give you a couple of hours to have a play around, have a listen in the new shop, see what the acoustics are like, and I was absolutely desperate to have a listen to the LS60s. They're all over the internet at the moment, and they're getting such good things, saying such good things about them. I thought I must listen to those. So here I am. They have agreed to let me borrow this area, the shop, for 2 hours. Now, when I first hooked them up, I put them on, and they were okay. They sounded okay. Now, these are the LS60s from Kef, and they sounded okay, and I thought, what? But I got here at 5 o'clock. It's now 7:20, and I've got them dialed in. Now, they've got the Kef Connect app, the Kef Control app on the LSXs. I could get on with it. This one, though, is the new Kef Connect. And it's a far better app. I was worried about it. I don't know if you've seen the LSX video, but I was really worried because I hated that app. But this app, in fact, on that video, let me just put something right. If you've watched that video and now you're watching this one because you're a Kef fan, I've actually got it wrong. I keep calling it the Kef Connect app, but it's not. It's actually the Kef Control app. This one, the LS60s, are the Connect app. Just thought I'd... Anyway, so these speakers... Oh, yes. I want to sit forward. Get closer. Come on in. Now, it's taken me 2 hours, over 2 hours to get these dialed in. Like I say, out of the box, they weren't that... They were good. They're a good sounding speaker. But within that Connect app, my God, can you do some alterations? You can do wall, distance from wall. What is this carpet in your lounge? Is it lively? Is it soft? Is it this? Is it a neutral room? I've got so many different things in there. So I've tweaked it. I've tweaked the positioning they're a bit funny when it comes to setting them up. What I'm going to say is this is the bad stuff. Let me say this is the bad stuff. The time it's taken me to get these dialed in, it's taken me over 2 hours, like I keep saying. But my God, when you get them right, ooh, these are crisp. If you watched my channel before, I love my crisp, clean highs. These are beautifully crisp. They're the cleanest, crispest sort of... Anyway. Okay, so it just takes a bit of time. If you're looking at buying them, just be aware that it's going to take you a couple of... You might be lucky. You might just put them in and think, oh my God, that's amazing. I doubt it. I really do. But it's worth the tweaking and it's worth the repositioning and moving them around. Now, don't get me wrong. These are 32 kilos per speaker. That's a heavy speaker, especially when they're so narrow. 32 kilos. So you're trying to move these things around and get them in position. I'm sweating. I'm sweating now just thinking about it. And I'm trying to get them in position, and all of a sudden, it just clicked. It just sat, that was the position. I've actually marked them for Audio Lounge Leicester, so they can get them back in this position again. Now, they've got 4 5¼ inch bass drivers on them. Not 2, 4. 2 either side. There's a 4-inch Uni-Q driver in the centre, aluminium. And it's got a 25mm Meta tweeter within the centre. Now, you think to yourself, I thought to myself, when I first got in here, they are not. I will put a picture up. I will take a picture of myself or a video of myself standing next to the speaker. Now, I'm 5'9". Okay, 5'8". Fine. I'm 5'7". So I'm 5'7", and I will stand next to these speakers. Now, they're not what I expected size-wise. When you see all these videos out there, they look big. I don't know if it's the angles or the wide shot or the lenses or the zoom or whatever, but they just look bigger than they are. And when you get them out of the box, and I've walked in here, I thought, wow, they're tiny. They're literally about 4 inches wide. 4, maybe 5 inches wide. Now, it's about that much. And they were about here. Like I say, I'll show you the photo. Okay. This is like a lifestyle choice. They're not, you've got no amps. All the amps are built in. There's A, B amps in there. There's D-class amps in there. They're all doing and driving different things. Your streamer's built into them. 4 bass drivers, 2 firing inwards, 2 firing outwards. Now with those, it adds this, what's the word? It adds this like illusion. It's not an illusion because you can hear it. It adds this just satisfying visual. Because I've got them just slightly towed in at the moment. Just slightly. And you can see the cones on the inside moving around. And it just gives me this sort of feeling of like, wow, yeah, I can not only hear what they're doing, I can see what they're doing. And it's using the same drivers on the other side as well. Like I say, they're back to back. It's only 5 inches wide, this thing, just over 5 inches wide, I think the whole speaker itself. And it's firing them outwards, 2 drivers outwards. So it's giving you this sort of deep bass and a slight bit of mid-range thrown outwards for this soundstage and for the width of the speaker. So it's got Wi-Fi, it's got Bluetooth 4.2, it's got Google Cast, it's got AirPlay, it's got all the Mod Con, all the Spotify Connect, Tidal Connect. You can get all these, to link all of these through the application itself. Now, like I say, with the application, the detail that you can actually get from this and all the different options and adjustments you can make to get these dialed in is fantastic. Now, everybody's sound is subjective. Everyone always says that. But with this app and with this speaker, you can really dial it in. You really can. There's a couple of downsides for me. Don't get me wrong, no, there is no perfect speaker out there. Maybe I did say about the F18s that they were perfect, but there's a downside. The downside to these for me is the remote control. These are a £6,000 speaker from Kef. The technology that goes into these speakers is absolutely astonishingly good. But then they give you this. What's that? It looks like something you get from a kid's radio controlled car or something, a Fisher Price type thing, like a toy. And don't get me wrong, you've got your phone. Many people may not use this. That's why they thought, oh, no one's going to use it. We'll just put a cheapy rubbishy one in. And it's all controlled from your phone, which is great. But I have been using this today because your phone's in your pocket, or I use my phone as a camera. It's a 4K, it's got a fantastic camera and a lens on my phone. So I use it for video. So when I'm listening and playing and trying to think of other things to say and trying to give you more of an insight of what these speakers sound like, I can just hit play because it's got the streamer built in. So it uses the Spotify on my phone and I can still control it from this. So I do use this, and I just, £6,000. Yeah, put a bit of metal on it. Spend a few more quid on the controller. Also, one more downside, because I do like these speakers, and I promise you I'm going to get into the sound quality in a few moments. This is not a full review. This is just a quick. I've spent too long setting up, so I haven't got long. This is just going to be a quick look video. Just a quick look. I will hopefully bring these home to my house, and we will do a full review, and I'll have a listen to them, and have them for a few days. I've literally had a couple of hours to play with them, set them up, and have a listen to them. So just a quick look video today. So speaking of the wireless part of the speaker, it's not very wireless. So on the back of the actual unit, you've got the e-arc, you've got a sub out as well on either speaker. So you can actually use a sub on each speaker, so like a 2.2 system, which would be. And I'm quite happy with the bass. I think the bass isn't too bad, but I know a lot of people out there, if you like your dance music and it's in your bass heavy and you really want that sort of thing, you can literally have a sub connected to the right one, a sub connected to the left one, and really boost the bass on these. It's also got an Ethernet port in the back, so you can link, obviously, an Ethernet port for your, again, it's just a quick look. I've spent so much time messing about setting them up. So it's got an Ethernet port, obviously, for your network, for your streamer built inside. You've got your normal RCAs in, you've got an optical in, and I think you've got an e-arc as well for a HDMI to go in, so you can run your TV through these. Again, that would be quite a nice system with it from your TV into the speaker itself, and then have 2 subs for theatre. Would be quite a nice. Ooh, I want to try that. Now with these small drivers, now like I say, a 4-inch UniQ driver and 5 1/4 inch, 4 of them bass drivers on the side. Now I understand why they've gone small. They're trying to keep this small form factor because it is a lifestyle speaker. I get that. But they're super fast response. Now a smaller speaker will react quicker. It will bounce back quicker. And I understand why they've got these small drivers in it. And I understand why they've put 4 in there. because they're a smaller unit and they do want some more bass, but they don't lack bass by any means. They get down to, like, say, 31 hertz they get down to, but they're super responsive. They are super fast with the timing. When I first set them up, when I first set them up, the volume was quite loud on my phone, and I may be loud on these as well, because I know they've been running them in for me to have a listen to them, for customers to listen to them. And flipping heck did it scare me. It scared the bejesus out of me. Because it played one track, strings came on, a bit of a kick drum, and boom, like I say, it's like being kicked in the shin. I thought, what the? Oh! So the bass on these, the speed, the responsiveness, and it's got nice detail as well. The texture from the bass is just right. I understand the hype. I do get the hype. It's just a shocking experience when you turn them on for the first time, and it scares you. It scares you. So the sound quality, vocals. The vocals are forward and present, and they've got a lovely warmth to them, but they've still got that sort of analytical sort of sound for me. They're very precise, and the twanginess from strings is very ting, like you can hear the metallicness from a steel string, and you can sort of hear if someone's got a guitar string that's like a nylon guitar string, you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference. I've noticed that recently on a couple of new tracks that I've been listening to. You can tell the difference between a steel string and then obviously an acoustic nylon string. You can tell the difference. Don't get me wrong, you can on a lot of speakers, high quality speakers, you can tell the difference of what they're using. Now the vocals, again, like I say, they're present and full-bodied, but textured beautifully in the detail. The detail that these little Unique drivers can produce is phenomenally good. And the highs for cymbals, and they have a fantastic decay on them. Now, like I said before, they've got this sort of width to them because of the side-firing drivers. The depth is just, and the width is just good. The dynamics, these have got beautiful dynamics. The sound that comes from these, it's like they're very vivid. When I first listened to them and the strings came on and there was a piano in there, the pianos are really nice. And they have, on some cheaper speakers, when you hit a piano in real life, bing, you get a nice decay and a nice resonance that sort of floats away from them, as it should. It's a real piano. But on some cheaper sort of speakers, you don't get that decay as much. But these have it, and it's pinpoint on the sort of piano, on the notes from the piano. I know that's a strange thing to say. It's a hard thing to describe. But it's like I say, it's like your TV. Like I say, with a vivid and the dynamics. It's like your TV control. I've used a TV thing before. But you know when you go into your TV settings and you've got like sport mode, game mode, vivid mode. Now when you change it to vivid mode, everything just becomes more colourful, more excited, more detailed, clearer, crisper, sharper. And that's what that's the sort of sound that I'm getting from these. You've just flipped it from your normal standard cinema mode that's a bit darker and dusker, and then also you go to vivid and boom, vivid, and these colours and it's just, everything's just clearer and sharper. When you have the wire section in between, the Ethernet section, like I said earlier, there's a setting on your phone that you can actually select, yes, I'm using the wire. So when you actually select that, you can get 24-bit, 384 kilohertz as a sampling rate, as from your high-res music. Now, if you don't have that wire, it drops it down to 24-bit, 192. Now, the 24-bit, 192 still sounds great, but it's just that bit better. It is that bit better with the wire on it, so it is worth it. Wireless, you know, I had a rant earlier, but it is better with the cable, with that wire in between. I also found with these, in my testing, that they do have a sweet spot for the volume. I was trying to do the setup and all that sort of stuff, and this is one of the reasons why it took me so long to do the setup at the start. I'm trying to get it to sound how I want it to sound, but I didn't have the volume high enough. Now, all of a sudden, I thought about 45 minutes in, let's just crank up the volume a little bit. And when I put the volume up, that allowed me then to hear a lot more from these speakers. And in doing that, I could hear a lot more of the adjustments going on. That's how I was able to fine tune them. So if you are struggling at home, if you are going to get a pair, and it's just worth bearing in mind that you can get these perfect, but just up the volume a bit. and they sort of then come alive. There's like a crossover point of this one increment of volume, and all of a sudden you think, there it is. And now I can sort of really get into the adjustments and stuff. And that really did help me through it. So that's just a quick tip. Turn them up a little bit. Not so they're uncomfortable, of course. But just turn them up just a fraction. And they sort of give you more to work with within the setting. So, like I said, this is just a quick video. I've actually been on the Kef website. I went on the Kef website, did a bit of detailed search and got into it and all that sort of stuff, and got really down nitty gritty because I wanted to know where the flux capacitor was on these speakers, because at the minute they're like a flipping time machine. I've got two little time machines because, like I say, I got here at 5 o'clock. It's now 20 to 11. Thankfully the guys have left me the key to lock up because I wanted to have another listen and get into it more and really get this review. Like I say, it's not a review. But I just wanted to get to know them a little bit more. And they're just like, say, like time machine. The flux capacitor is actually embedded within the amplifiers themselves. Because time just has gone. It's just absolutely flown by. And I've just been listening. And I've been re-listening to tracks. And I love it when you find a pair of speakers that sort of draws you back in again. And you want to listen to that. I thought, oh, I remember that track from so-and-so. I remember when I play on those. Wonder what it sounds like on these. And there's nothing better than that. So I've literally gone through my whole playlist sitting here. Hopefully I don't have to ring him to alarm up. Anyway, this is quite late now. Anyway, I've had an absolute... They create this bubble, this atmosphere. And it's like nothing else really matters. Isn't that a song? Nothing else matters. No. There's nothing else, and within this bubble, you look through the bubble, and time just slows down, and then speeds up in the bubble because again it's 20 to 11 now. So I've got to sort of wrap this up. Like I said, it was just a quick. I want to do a quick sound test while I'm here. I'm here on my own. It's late. I'm getting scared. Right, I keep hearing noises. Hello? No. Someone say anything? No. They're a fantastic speaker. I'm not sort of doing them justice again. I'm in such a... Well, I was in a hurry 5 or 6 hours ago. They were always going to be a good speaker because they have trickled down technology from the Blade speakers. The Blade Meta 1s, I think they're called now. And they're £30,000. It's got that technology trickled down into these speakers. And a £30,000 speaker are the Blades. Or I think they are their highest. So it's not a bad thing that these little things can sit in your lounge for just £6,000. Trickled down technology from a £30,000 speaker. So the heritage, the experience that Kef have got have just come out in these. They're going to. They've got the Meta in them. They've got the UniQ driver. They've got all this technology from Kef. And I don't know why I didn't doubt them in any way. I really didn't. But I didn't expect them to do this sort of well. Because when like I said before on the start of the video, I've been doing this video for, like I say, 6 hours. Well, not the video. I've been doing the video for about 20 minutes. I've just been listening for 6 hours. And I've enjoyed every single bit of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there because my wife is going to be wondering where I am. I said it's going to take an hour or so with the speakers. So I was supposed to be back at 7. It's now, like I say, 10:45. It's very quiet here. I'm a little bit scared. I don't want to call it. I just want to stay for a bit longer. I just want to listen for a bit longer. I might just say that I tell you what, if I grab a pizza on the way home or a takeaway, I'm pretty sure my wife will be absolutely fine with it. I'll have 20 more minutes. And what I'll do is I'll set you up so you can have a quick listen to me as well with me. Now, on my normal videos, I normally put the 11 tracks on that I do for sound tests. Now, I've put the 11 tracks on, I don't know how many times. I don't know how, I've got about 8 or 9 videos on my channel. And now, all of a sudden, I've got copyright again, even with the royalty free. So I tell you what, I thought, no more. The royalty-free doesn't show off speakers anyway, but it's just a case of I've been told don't get copyright strikes for your new YouTube channel, it can go against you. So I thought I'll just do these 11 tracks, and I found 11 decent sort of, you know, separate tracks that can test a lot of the speaker themselves. Now I'm thinking I'm not going to bother, because I'm getting copyright strikes for that. We might as well put some real music on and some good music. If I get copyright, fair enough. Let's listen to these. So I'm only going to play one track today, because I'm not sure, it's not a residential area, so I can actually turn them up a bit, I think. But I don't want to get the new shop in trouble. And like I say, I want to do a few quick pan shots of the actual store itself, and then when we go. But let me set the camera up, and let's have a quick listen before I have to go, and I'll go grab a pizza. Let's have a quick listen. So just one more track. So do one more track that I'm going to go. One more track. I'm not sure where it is, so let me just skip through. This is all live. It's not live. It's not broadcast. But this is. Let's just do it together. Let's do it together. So like that. Next one. What's this? What's it? Now here for me, I don't know if you can see me properly, that piano is, hopefully it comes through okay. It should be. This is a beautiful sounding room. Okay, sorry, let me just, yeah. So, okay, fine. One more. There's one of the last track on this playlist. My playlist has a beautiful violin in it. I'm not sure you can see me. Okay, I want to move the camera again. Has a beautiful violin in it, and when it's playing, it has strings as well. Now the imaging from these, the way that it can pinpoint the instruments absolutely beautifully and pretty much spot on with inside this sort of this beautiful soundstage. It's just phenomenally good. I'm going to try that track now. Let me see if we can find that track. Hang on. That one, sorry. No, sorry. Oh, this is fake. This isn't. Okay, that's just quick.
Troubles maturing, trouble with a dress that's as black as my heart on this train. Troubles maturing.
So I'm gonna. Sorry, that was just a. No, sorry. Next. No, next. Sorry, this is. I'm pretty sure this is it. This is the one. This is the one. No, I know you're not going to hear this. Like I say, I know you're not going to hear this. This isn't going to come through for you. But in this room, this is just very nice. It's super nice. Hang on. Right, okay. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a quick look, like I say. It was never a full review. Hopefully, like I say, I'll bring them home one day and we'll do a full review on them. But as you can see, as you can hear, mwah, absolutely love them. What I'll do is I'll do, just before I go, like I say, it's 3 minutes to 11 now. I'm going to get in big trouble. But I'm just going to do a quick pan around the shop for you at Audio Lounge, Leicester, because they've done such a solid and let me listen to these. This is the first time I've heard the LS60s. And again, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I got here at 5 o'clock, it's nearly 11 o'clock now. Don't get me wrong, 2 hours of that was trying to get them in position. So it's not really my fault, so the wife should understand, right? Anyway, I'll call it a day. Thank you so much for watching. Fingers crossed, I will see you in the next one.